Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for stopping back into Two-Handed Board Gaming. My name is David, and today we're going to be creating a character for Dragonbane. If you haven't seen my unboxing video, please check that out. It was pretty fantastic, and let me tell you what, the box set in general, probably one of the best box sets I've ever seen for any RPG. You get everything you need to play the game, run the game, without needing anything else. If you bought that straight out of from retail, you know, dice, all the books, you have the cardboard standee tokens for your characters and monsters, and it's got a pretty robust campaign adventure book. But that's not what we're here for today. Well, we are talking about that, but so today we're going to be creating a character. Ever since I did the unboxing, I have been dying to do this. And I'm going to do it old school. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to go in and hand pick and hand make this character. No, we are going to use all the tables in here to generate this character. It's something that I used to do quite a bit. I mean, I think a lot of older gamers, that's how we sort of got into gaming in general. And that's the sort of the OSR old school versions of the, modern day D&D that, a lot of folks, we rolled the dice and that's what we got. If we were going to play a dwarf, that's what we rolled it. Right. So, and I'm going to do the same thing here today. So, let's get stuck in here. As I create the character here, I'll sort of explain, I'll go over the various sort of steps, but pretty straightforward. It's a very nice layout. There's a little bit of flipping back and forth, I think, but we'll figure that out as we go along. So, all right, well, first things first, kin. So this is, your race, your kin. These are the choices that we have. So human, halfling, dwarf, elf, mallard. That's right. We have mallards and wolfkin. So typical fantasy races that, or kin that you see. And then obviously, I think folks will probably take note that the mallard and the wolfkin are not something you would normally see in a fantasy setting. So, well, we're going to need a D12. So I've got a D12 over here. So here we go. What's it going to be? Oh, can you see that? A 5. We are going to be a halfling. What do you think about that? So, come up. So, if you can see this, we're just going to come up to our kin, and we'll write in halfling. So, that is what we are. Very cool. All right. So, halfling it is. And the next page we go. And actually, let's give you a little, we'll talk a little bit about halflings here. Give you a sort of a better idea if they're any different than any other halfling in any setting that you've seen before. So, let's see. Halflings are short humanoids, often found in hilly farmlands where they live in earthen dwellings with well-stocked larders. They are modest and amiable by nature, with a natural affinity for health and home. Halflings are neither warlike nor ambitious, but highly drawn to epic tales and beautiful songs from days long gone. From time to time, this desire can lead them to leave the safety of their homes in search of grand adventures. Because of their vulnerability and fear of the tall ones, they are good at staying hidden and quickly getting out of critical situations. And so that brings us to our first difference, right? So all of your kin will have an ability. So the halfling's ability here is called, what is it called? Hard to catch. Well, it says it right there. So let's go ahead and put that on here. So hard to catch. What is that going to do for us? Well, hard to catch. You can activate this ability when dodging an attack, getting a boon to the evade roll. And if I didn't explain it, or if you don't know already, much like Dungeons and Dragons, this system uses a bane and a boon, or advantage and disadvantage, if you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons. So, with that being said, this is a roll lower system, so I want to roll lower. So if I was to say that I'm going to use this hard to catch ability, I'd roll 2d20, and 3 is really good. 17 is not. So we would take the 3, and that'd be very good. So just to give you a little example there. All right. Now it also has willpower points. I don't know if you can see this, but that's how many points that would cost to activate that. Willpower points are a derived attribute, if I'm not mistaken, and we can get back to that, but that's how many points it would cost us. So it'd be 3 willpower points. Okay, let's move forward. All right, so we're halfling, that's our kin, and we already have our first ability. So let's move on. Profession. Now what kind of profession will we find our friend the halfling? Well, we're gonna roll a d10 this time. So we will find that over here. What's it gonna be? A 4. He's a hunter. All right, interesting. So we are halfling hunter. Hunter. All right. I would assume, and I haven't read all the various professions, but I would assume that hunter is something akin to ranger. So, all right. Now, so now we know our profession. Let's scroll over to that. Here we go. The hunter. Okay. So, hunters, snaring hares, knifing boars, and silently stalking deer in the depths of the forest with arrows on their bowstrings. Hunters live for the hunt and the catch, killing one's prey in a respectful manner and making sure all of the parts for food, clothes, tools, weapons. It is a sacred calling for all true hunters. Their home and destiny are in the wilds, the magnificent, untamed, and cruel. That is where they find peace in mind and gather their strength. This is where the ruthless gods dwell. Many hunters are therefore quite solitary and sometimes find it difficult to behave properly among people. So the key attribute here for hunters is agility. So we're going to have to hope that we roll really well when we start rolling for our attributes. So, well, and that's one thing. Did we already skip? Nope, we've chosen our, okay, so we rolled for a kin. We did, we sort of bisect. So let's do this. Let's go back. We got to note your innate ability. Oh, we did that. I'm sorry. We are following this by the steps. And, oh, we haven't even gotten any attributes yet. Okay, so we've got our profession. All right, we are hunter. So let's go ahead and, we've noted that already. And now let's go ahead and figure out what our age is, because that is also a thing here. Some other RPGs have it, but I like it that it's sort of incorporated into Dragonbane. So we're gonna roll a d6. So we have a chance of being, and let me, I guess I can show this for you. Let me go back out a little bit. If we can not switch to that camera. So, all right, age it is. All right, so we're gonna roll a d6, and if we are young, we're gonna have less skills, but we have a bonus to our agility and constitution. If we are an adult, we'll have 10 skills, and then if we're old, we'll have 12 skills, but our strength, agility, and constitution will be -2, but our intelligence and willpower will be +1. So, what kind of halfling will we have? We have a young halfling. Very cool. So we will note that up here. We are young and ambitious. I didn't say that, but we will be. Guess I should put it here, since that's where we are young. Look, I already make mistakes. Okay, but that's okay. That's what we do. All right. So we have to note we're gonna have an agility and a constitution +1. All right. It's not time to roll, I don't think yet. So now we come back over. So, oh, choose or roll your name. I don't know. Do we choose or, I mean, I this is like one of the things that I do last typically. But should we just, and if, look, you know what, we're just gonna roll. There's 6 names here. If we change it, we change it. But oh, And I dropped that die. It's gone forever. Nope. Our name is going to be Snappy. Okay, Snappy the Halfling. We'll change that at some point, probably. All right. But for now, Snappy the Halfling Hunter. All right. Snappy the Halfling Hunter. All right. So, and now, got a name, got an age. Let's roll our attributes. So, our attributes. So in this game, you're going to roll 46, and then you're going to remove the worst die, which gives you a score between 3 and 18. So, I am going to have to find that d6, because I only have 46 up here, I believe. Yes, that is true. Okay. So, hunters are really good, or their primary attribute that we would like is agility. So, first things first, let's roll for our strength. Okay, so drop one of them. So we'll drop that 1. So we'll have a 12 strength. That's not too bad, right? Okay. All right, Constitution. Now remember, based on our age, we're going to get a bonus to our Constitution. And thank God we did, because let's see, 7, 8, 9. We got a 10 Constitution. Not great, but you know, that's just how the dice are rolling, right? Agility. Now, this is where we want a higher. Come on, you can give me some luck here. All right, that's not terrible. 13. Okay, plus 1, so 14. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right, intelligence is next. Ooh, all right, so 12, 14 intelligence. Not bad. Okay. All right, willpower. And willpower, yes, I was talking about willpower points are used. That's what you use for that particular ability. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. 17. I'll take it. And our last, charisma. Come on. We can do it. Look at that. Okay. I'll take it. 12. Nice. I'm not too, you know what? Overall, not a bad deal here. Okay. So now here's the thing. So with your attributes, so we have an option here. So we've assigned them as we've rolled them. So, and you repeat this, you know, for each one, until you got a score for each one. And now, but you know, once we're done, we may swap 2 scores. So the question is, do we want to swap? And I think I do, because you know, I think I want to make my agility. I'm going to swap that with the willpower, and that's fair, right? Because you know, that's sort of our bread and butter, which will be our as a hunter. So 17, and then willpower will change to 14. Overall, I'm not too disappointed with this character so far. Awesome. So we now have our attributes, and then let's see what we do now. What is next? See, let me look. Out of the 13 things you have to go through to create a character, we've already gone to attributes. We've gone down to attributes. Now we got to calculate our derived ratings. So let's do that next. So movement for halflings is an 8. So our base movement is 8. Okay. And now, let's see. And then, do we get a damage bonus? Strength. We do not get a damage bonus. Okay. Hit points. Okay. Oh, so we're not as tough. All right. So that's okay, because we have 10 hit points. That is the one thing about this game. You are not. You're gonna be squishy. You know, you have to fight tactically, and you got to choose your battles, right? So, right now I am looking for, where am I missing it? Sorry, I am looking for where we place our hit points. And you're probably yelling at me right now. You're like, geez, dude, they're right there at the bottom. Yes, and you're correct. And we're also going to capture our willpower points as well, because that is based off your willpower score attribute. So 14 down there. Okay. All right. And then damage bonus for strength is nil. Oh, look, you can get a damage bonus for agility. Oh, 17. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's a plus D6. Yeah, we're going to be staying away and shooting arrows or crossbows or whatever we decide with that ranged weapon. So, okay. And we are young, so we only have 8 skills. Let's see what section we have now. So, we're going to go from choose your trained skills. All right, and yes, trained skills are the skills that come with your profession. And I believe, if I am correct, that you must choose at least 6 from your base skills for your profession. So, first things first, I can see right here, these are our choices: acrobatics, awareness, bows, bushcraft, hunting and fishing, knives, slings, and sneaking. Well, I can already tell you which ones I want. So, we're going to go with acrobatics. I think that's a good one to have. That is all right. So, and that's going to be based off your agility, right? So, and let's start to tell you guys a little bit about how the skills work. All right, so skills. So base chance. Our base chance, if we were untrained, for example, if I was untrained in a skill, and let's just say it's based on attributes. So if I was untrained, I have a 17 agility. Untrained, I'd be 7. However, since I am trained, that doubles. So my acrobatics will be a 14 starting off. And what you have to do, obviously, so I'm trying to roll under. So if acrobatics is called for, I need to try and roll under a 14. And I got 11. So anyway, so that gives you an idea of how skills will work in the game. So right now I've got acrobatics. I also want awareness, which is based off intelligence. And so that's going to be a 12. Okay. I want bows, because why wouldn't I have a bow? All right, and that is under the weapons section here. So that would also be a 14. I will then take bushcraft. I think that, and bushcraft I think is based off, what's bushcraft based off of? That's a good question. Let's see. 4 skills. Bushcraft is also intelligence, so that's going to be a 12 for us. I mean, it's going to be 6, but since it's trained, it's double, so it's a 12. So 12. Okay. Hunting and fishing, knives, slings, and sneaking. So right now we've got 4. I think I'm going to take... Should I take knives? Do we take knives? I could take sneaking, obviously. And sneaking is agility, and that's going to be a good one for us. So we'll go ahead and set that as 14. One more to choose from these, or at least the mandatory ones. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunting and fishing. Do we take hunting and fishing? You know, I mean, we're a hunter. Well, I think we have to do that just by, you know, we can't be a hunter that doesn't know how to hunt, can we? I guess we could, but so and then I'm sorry, let's see what that's based off of. All right, it's also agility, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. So that's gonna be a 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 2 skills left to choose. We could go with knives. Knives. Skills used for combat with knives and daggers, including when, yeah, you know what? Let's go with knives. So that's you know, we need a hand weapon and a, you know, ranged weapon. So that's also going to be 14. Man, I'll tell you what, I'm really, yeah, a lot of agility based skills. There's really, and then we now have one last skill we can choose. Nice. Let's go through. So bartering, beast lore wouldn't be bad. Bluffing, crafting, evade, healing, myths and legends, persuasion, riding, seamanship, sleight of hand, spot hidden, swimming, brawling. Oh, this is axes, brawling, crossbows, hammers, slings, spears, staves, swords. What do we do? What do we do? Do we go with evade? Do we go with something else? You know what? We could not go with evade, right? And go with something like beast lore. I think let's do that. Let's go with beast lore. I think as a hunter that just makes sense. So that's based on intelligence, so that's going to be a 12. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. We have all our skills. We're young, so we're sort of limited to our skill selection, but that's okay because the ones we do have are pretty good. So, all right. So far, so good. We've calculated our attribute. Chose your trained skills. Note your heroic ability. Oh, that's one thing I didn't notice. How did I miss that? Okay. As a hunter, let's find our heroic ability is companion. Oh, interesting. We'll have a companion. I think we need to go look that up. What does that mean? What could the companion be? I'm so intrigued. All right, so companion. So let's slide this over here. So requirements: you have to have hunting and fishing. So it's so glad that we chose that as the hunter we are. And actually, it's interesting. Hunting and fishing has to be at 12. So we've just made it there. It has a willpower point cost of 3. So you can activate this ability to turn an animal, not a monster, into your companion. This takes a stretch of time, and you can only have one animal companion at a time. And you only have one. Yeah, and the GM decides which animals are nearby. See the list on page 99. The animal follows you along as your main in its natural environment, and it can scout for you at no additional willpower cost. For 3 additional willpower, you can command the animal to attack an enemy. Free action for you. Nice. I like this ability. That's going to come in handy. And I wonder what kind of companions we can come across. Should we look that up? We'll look that up towards the end, maybe. Okay, so far so good. We've got our two abilities here. We've got hard to catch and companion. And then let's continue. We did that. So choose or roll your weakness. And it says it's optional. But you know what? We're doing everything, and including the weaknesses. So we will do that. I want to see. This is sort of gives us ideas for how we can role play the character. It gives us, just all kinds of opportunities to really sort of shine as our characters, using some of these things to bring out the story. So, let's see. Heroic abilities. Okay. Weaknesses. Oh, we're going to roll a d20. Okay. And the d20 says 15. What is the weakness for Child of the Wild? I never sleep indoors. Well, that doesn't suck. That actually kind of goes with our character here. I'm a child of the wild, so I like it, actually. He doesn't ever he won't, you go to the inn or the tavern and yeah, I sleep in the barn. In fact, I'm probably sleeping in front of the barn. So, awesome. That doesn't seem that bad. We can integrate that. That's going to work really well. So, that is our weakness. Oh, choose or roll your gear. Well, we've rolled everything so far, so I think we have to roll for our gear as well. And we're gonna see what kind of interesting thing we can get. Now, I will say, if I get some, yeah, we'll see what we get. 4. Okay, and that works out, because with a 4, we get a knife. So that would be, well, all right, I see a knife, longbow. So we'll longbow first. Longbow, knife, a quiver. Got a quiver. Gotta have a quiver, right? How would we ever carry any arrows if we didn't? A sleeping pelt. See, we're already, as a child of the wild, we're already prepared to sleep on the ground. So, or in a tree, or wherever, all right, torch, flint and tinder. Okay, these are all things we get for that little group right here for the gear. And then, oh, okay, hemp rope, or rope hemp. Oh, wait, that's what it's made of. And then a fishing rod. Ah, look at that. We can actually fish. So fishing rod, and then D8 rations that we'll start with. So let's see how many. And a ration is good for 1 day. Oh, this is where I have to go hunting and fishing rather quickly. So 1 day's ration. And that's good that we have the means to feed ourselves, right? That's incredibly important. So, and then D6 silver. Okay, and we're very hard up. So we've got no food, no money. All right, 2 silver. All right, and that we've got our full, everything we need so far. Oh, look, they even have nicknames here. Should we roll just to see what would our nickname be? What Wolfbane? That doesn't seem. We don't seem like a Wolfbane. We're not gonna keep that nickname. All right. So, okay, we got our gear. Oh, a memento. All right. Oh, okay. Now this could be another sort of point to help us flesh out our character, be able to sort of role play different aspects, right? So, so right now, what is our memento gonna be? Let's see. Oh, a 1. Well, because this is a dragon, right? That's, but our memento is your trusty old shoes, as a child of the wild, out in the the lands, those shoes have taken us, far places, and we've been on many adventures. And who knows where those shoes might have been handed down from our fathers, grandmothers, sisters, brothers, cousin, right? So it's been in the family for a bit. So I'm happy about that. And now where does that go? where does this little thing go here? I am lost in the sauce. You're gonna have to help me here. I know there's a section. There's got to be a section to. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I'm all over. And honestly, the character sheet is very crisp. It's very clean. It has everything you need. It, and you don't. I mean, this is a good character sheet. Like it's simple. And then I have a hard time even finding things, even on simple ones. All right, so trusty old shoes. And do I always, the thing is, I don't sleep inside, but do I take my shoes off? Oh, that could be an adventure. Someone's, shoes go missing. And then I gotta, travel the great distances and lands to find those trusty old shoes. Some dirty goblin stole my shoes. No. Okay. All right. So I think we're getting close Yeah. And then choose or roll your appearance. Oh, okay, cool, cool. And that's what I like. Like, I love tables. You know, like, it's just fun to sort of, like, you know, create something, you know, and then you sort of put your own spin on it as well. So, appearance. Well, what kind of appearance will we have for our young halfling Snappy? Snappy. Snappy's got honest blue eyes. Aww. You know, how could you not trust Snappy and his honest blue eyes? I picture, I don't know, I picture Boots from Shrek, you know, the cat that's, you know, just, you know, puts on the face and, well, that's maybe, he wasn't in the first one, I don't remember. Anyway. All right, so we have a Dragonbane character, right? And we could sort of finish this here. Oh, you know what I noticed? Did we not get any? Did I miss that? Did I miss that? Our character. Oh, I'm sorry. We do have leather armor. Okay, we do have leather armor. I was like, do I have any armor? We do have leather armor, and then let's also get everything accounted for our armor and our weapons. So we'll have to go back into the back of the book a little bit and find the section for equipment. I think, am I just gonna flip through like I don't know what I'm doing? Yeah, probably. Gear, no. That's, no. Index. Weapons. Lord. Index stops at B. Okay. All right, gear. All right, 72 and 81. And I'm just thinking, yeah, here we go. Okay. All right. There we go. So ranged weapons. We have a longbow. So you got to use 2 hands. So requires 2 hands. It has a range of 100. I think that's meters, or I think that's meters. Damage is 1d12. Okay. Durability. Oh yeah, and because your weapons can take damage. It says the durability is 6. Features. So what the features are: piercing, and it requires a quiver. Piercing, and then requires quiver. Yeah, you know what that is. I know what that is. All right. I also have a knife. My trusty old Bowie knife. No. He's got it's one-handed. His range for that, if I throw it, is strength. And it does a D8. Where's that? I put that in the wrong spot. Look at me. What am I doing? Strength. D8. Okay, and what's the durability? Durability 6. Okay. All right, and it's subtle. Piercing can be thrown. Okay. Okay, and we understand that it can be thrown. Okay, and the last thing one of the last things I want to do is I want to look at the leather armor, see what that does for us. We can find. Maybe back this way. Gonna pass it. Armor, here we go. Leather. Armor rating gives us 1 armor. Okay. Man. Let's just not get hit by stuff, right? Let's not get hit. As you yell at me for not picking up evade. You're like, you're gonna get hit now. Let's hope not. We're gonna be sneaking around. We got our longbow. we're using our bushcraft, right? We're cognizant of what's around us. We're, with our awareness, and we're, those things, those nasties out there, we're checking them out, and they're beast lore, making note of, sort of any weaknesses that they have. So we're pretty acrobatic, right? So, yeah. So tell me what you think about Snappy, the halfling hunter, child of the wild, who has his hand-me-down holy old shoes that, his grandpappy's grandma's sister's brother's cousin gave him. Yeah, so that's Dragonbane. That's I mean, look, I fumbled through this character. I could have been done probably 15 minutes ago. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like, you saw how quickly that went. You could get a group of friends together and have a full game session. Everyone create a character within 20 minutes or less, and yeah, be on your way to grand adventure. I'm pretty excited. This is a game I want. It's like one of those things, like, I don't know if you're like me, where you buy games that you honestly want to play, but it's like you're the guys, you're the person that's buying them, so you then have to convince your friends to play, and so then you end up being the game master. So that's sort of my plight in life, how it's come to RPGs. So, but it's fine. Like, I think this is a game where I think there are the solo rules in here, and there's a lot of good things that I've been watching sort of and catching up. Like, the solo RPG community has really grown. There's a lot of good resources out there, and I'm really just recently starting to look into those. So, but yeah, that's it. Thanks for, thanks for standing by as we made this pretty fun character. We'll either keep the name Snappy or come up with something else. If you guys suggestion, put it in the comments. Yeah, while you're at it, like and subscribe if you like it, that is. Yeah, I'm trying to, get better at these things. I'll keep working on it. And if you, again, comments are always welcome on what kind of content you want to see. I've got a lot more coming your way, a lot of different things, because I like a little bit of everything, honestly. Board games, role-playing games, you name it. I sort of have miniature games. I have my hand in a little bit of everything. So, well, that's it. Thank you for stopping by Two-Handed Board Gaming. My name is David, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day.